Hey guys, in today's episode we are going back to the beginning and we are going to talk all things adhesive vinyl. We're going to talk about types of vinyl, we're going to talk about ways to apply vinyl, and by the time this episode is over, I'm going to show you how to take a simple jewelry that looks like this and turn it into something fabulous that looks like this. And we're going to do this, guys, right now. Hi guys, Cindy, Supposably Chic. So today we're going to talk adhesive vinyl. Adhesive vinyl, quite honestly, is the easiest vinyl to create projects with. You don't have to worry about a heat medium. You don't have to worry about having a different layer on top of it. It's easy peasy, and we're going to do a real simple project today, and I'm going to show you how you can begin today creating fun projects for your friends and family. But let's talk a little bit about vinyl. I'm going to grab out my vinyl box, so give me 1 second. Adhesive vinyl comes in just about every color and pattern of the rainbow. Most often they are 12 by 12 sheets, so they're going to look something like this. As you can see, I like bright, fancy colors. Like I said, they come in prints, they come in plaids, they come in glitters. The thing to know about adhesive vinyl is they're either glossy or they're matte, and they have a paper backing on the back. Through the process of this project, you will see that's actually what the weeding process is where you take all the excess material off of your vinyl pattern. We're going to put some transfer tape on top of it and lift that entire vinyl design off of the paper backing. Okay, so it is important for the cutting and for the weeding, but we are going to discard it when we're done. Oracal is the brand that makes probably the best vinyl out there. There are other brands, but if you walk into a Michael's, if you look at any of the websites that sell a lot of vinyl, you're going to see that Oracal is the brand of note for adhesive vinyl. Oracal has two major brands for adhesive vinyl. One is 651, one is 631. The difference between the two, quite honestly, is the gloss on the front of the vinyl and the adhesive material of the vinyl itself. 631 is used for indoor and outdoor. It's got more of a matte finish, and it has, I want to say it's like a 3-year, not guarantee or warranty, but 3-year guideline for use outdoors. 651, which is the more common, again, if you walk into a Michael's and just grab a sheet of adhesive vinyl, 90% of the time it's going to be Oracal 651. It is a glossier finish, and it is primarily used for outdoor use. Okay, so it has a 6-year guideline for being outdoors all the time. So that means if you're going to put it on a picnic table, your child's swing set, you can be pretty rest assured that it's going to last for about 6 years. So guys, we're going to take our jewelry tray today, and we're going to cut out a vinyl design, put some transfer tape on it, and I will show you how to apply it. This little guy right here is just a simple, it's actually in the kitchen section of Target. They're, I want to say, like $1.95. They're a great base for a gift idea. A lot of times people will do these for weddings. They'll do them for the wedding party, they'll do them for graduations, etc. It's cool because you can put anything on there. So give me just 1 second. I'm going to get everything set up here with the computer and the Cricut, and we're going to start cutting out the vinyl. Okay guys, so now it's time to cut our vinyl. I've already put together the design as we talked about in the Cricut software. When it comes out, guys, it's going to look pretty much like this. These are two sample ones I've done already. This one does not have transfer tape on it yet. This one does. I've already taken the liberty of cutting the right size piece and set it on the mat. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and open the Cricut machine. We're going to go over here to our software. Alright, we're going to load this in. Actually, give me 1 second. We're going to click continue so it tells me to load it. Okay, that little click you just heard, that's it telling me to load it. So we're going to slide in these tabs right here, and we're going to push load. I have my Cricut set on vinyl. I have my blade in the number 2 slot. And it's now, the Cricut emblem is blinking at me. That means I'm going ahead and push cut and let it go. This is a really simple pattern, so it's just going to take a minute for the Cricut to pop it out. In an upcoming video, I'm going to show you guys how to actually do weeding boxes. You can see on this one I actually cut my vinyl to size, but you can actually take a full sheet of vinyl and just never cut the actual vinyl itself. You just take a weeding box. Okay, it looks like our cutting is done, so let's get it out of the Cricut machine. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and peel this off. One word of note, if you peel the vinyl up from the mat, the vinyl can tend to curl. So what I like to do is actually flip it upside down. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put my finger in here, I'm going to pull the mat off of the vinyl. That's a good tip to have for sure. All right, we're going to put our mat aside over here. And now it's time to weed. I'm going to actually grab my light pad and hope that you guys can see the cut lines that I'm going to be weeding off of. This is a Cricut light pad. I use it very often. Actually, I use it all of the time for my weeding because it just makes it easier to see what's going on. I'm going to lift this up and hope that you can see that you can actually see the cut lines illuminated with the light pad, so it makes it really simple. So the first step we're going to do, guys, is we're going to take the outer border off of the design. So let me go ahead and grab my tool here. Alright, so we're going to start by taking this outer design off. Of course, I do this a million times, but on camera it's going to give me fits, right? There we go. So that's the first step, is take the outer design off. And now you can see we've got pretty much the detail here. So I'm going to take out the hole of the K, the hole of the H, and give me just 1 second to get that done. Okay guys, so here is a close-up of our finished design. We have all the weeding done, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the transfer tape, we're going to cut a slice and put it over this. Remember we talked about at the beginning, this white backing here is going to go away, and we're going to have just our transfer tape and our vinyl design. So transfer tape comes in a lot of shapes and sizes. You can get it in sheets. I like to get it on a roll. You can get it with or without grid lines. I like grid lines. It helps make sure I'm lining up my project appropriately. And I'm going to cut a piece right now, but I cut a little piece just so you can see when we peel the backing off of the transfer tape, we have a see-through opaque transfer tape with the grid lines. This is going to go on top of the design. We're going to peel it off the backing so the design will be here on the sticky side, and then we're going to place it on our jewelry tray, burnish it down, and then peel the transfer tape off, and the vinyl will stay on the jewelry tray, okay? Again, with the grid lines, I can also measure the size that I need for my design. So I'm going to cut it basically here and here. It's kind of hard to cut facing you guys. Give me just 1 second. Alright, transfer tape cut is done. I mentioned that I pull from the mat, I pulled the mat off the vinyl, but every once in a while there still is a little bit of a curl. So I'm going to do my best to get this guy flat and straight. And now we're going to peel the backing off the transfer tape. Again, I have grid lines. I have a grid line across the top. That's what I'm going to use to line up on the top of the vinyl design. Okay, set it down. I like to sort of smooth it out in the middle and then go out. So, let me get my burnishing tool out of my trusty toolkit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to burnish, what I'm doing is I'm burnishing the vinyl onto the transfer tape. Okay, because what's going to happen is the adhesive of the transfer tape is a little stronger than the adhesive attached to the backing, so the backing is what's going to give when we apply a little bit of pressure. Now, one of the things I like to do, if you can see here, I'm a little bit long on my both my backing and my transfer tape, longer than the design, and it's actually longer than my jewelry tray. So I'm going to trim this down real quick, just because it's easier to do that before I take the backing off. One thing I like to do, I like to dry fit it just to make sure it's going to go in the way that I want it to. And yeah, that looks like it's going to be the right size. So again, I'm going to burnish it just a little bit more. And I'm going to start in the upper corner and start to peel away the backing. and make sure that everything stays on the transfer tape. If you can see here, it's starting to pull away and it's on the transfer tape, pulling away from the backing. And again, go a little bit slow just in case there's any parts that you need to burnish a little bit harder. You don't actually pick up the transfer tape without the design on it. If you don't have a burnisher, you can use a credit card, the soft end of a butter knife. Okay, this guy is just giving me fits today. Let's try and go this direction and see if we can make it happen. Okay, so now we have a blank sheet of backing that we're going to throw away. And we have our design here on our transfer tape. Now, if I was just putting this on a flat surface, let's say I was putting it on this side of it, I wouldn't be too concerned about doing anything special with the transfer tape because it's just going to go on a flat surface. But one of the things I like to do is I like to cut a few little nips in the corners on the sides whenever I put it on something that's not perfectly flat, because that allows the transfer tape to flex with and still allow you to put your vinyl down flat. So I'm just going to cut it in a couple places and hopefully you can see this. Mind you, I'm cutting close to the vinyl but not ever cutting the vinyl itself. Okay, that should be good. So as you can see, I just put some cuts in the corner. That'll allow us to sort of flex this transfer tape. Off camera, what I did was I hit this with a alcohol wipe. You want to make sure there's no dust, no sticky, dirty, anything on the inside of your tray before you put the vinyl on, because that could affect how the adhesive sticks. So if you're ready, we're now going to place the vinyl into the jewelry tray. What I like to do, again, since it's a grid, I like to sort of try and line up about where the center of my design is, right in the center of my project. So I hope you guys can see this, but what I try and do is I try and press it down in the center first. And then what I do first before I burnish it with the scraper is I just use my fingers over each of the letters and I make sure they're smooth and they're kind of placed where they need to place. So give me 1 second while I do that for you real quick. Okay, so you see it's pretty well flat in there. I'm just going to hit it now with the tool real quick to make sure everything stays where it belongs. As you go up in the curves of something that's rounded, you want to use the smoother edge and not the sharp edge. So basically we're just rolling it up like that, rolling it through like that. We're just making sure all of the vinyl is stuck to the ceramic. And I think we're looking pretty good right now. I'm going to grab out my tweezers here. Pull up an end of the transfer tape. See, we burnished so well, we've got the transfer tape held down there pretty tight also. Okay, hopefully you can see that we're just pulling it out and the design is staying there. And again, you want to just sort of go slow, make sure everything stays the way it is. Transfer tape is out and clear, means we didn't lose anything. Just smooth the little guy down. And there is our completed jewelry tray, just about, okay? We've done the main design. You can see on some of these I do put a little bit of like polka dot sort of embellishment along the sides. What I've done is I've printed out a strip of just circles. In your Cricut you can pick a shape. And I'll put down below, I don't remember exactly, I'll put down below what size of these I do, but I just duplicate them to where I have 20 or 30 of them and I'll just cut out a little strip. So I can take this same, hopefully, take the same transfer tape. I may need to get a new one. This one might be a little, not quite sticky enough. Okay, so there you go. You can see we've got the dot on the transfer tape. I'm just going to sort of set it anywhere I want. Just rub it a little bit with my thumb. And you can see it stayed on there. So now we're going to do a second one. And I just usually put 4 or 5 around here. I just kind of make them as random as I can. Just adds a little bit of bling to the design. And we're making, there it is again. I'm going to set it right here. rub it with my thumb a little bit, pull it off and it's staying. Staying there. Just a little bit to add a little bit of added pop to our jewelry trays. Okay, a couple more and we'll be good to go. One more up here at the top. Alright, so there is our completed jewelry tray, guys. It took us all of about, oh, I don't know, 10 minutes from the design to the cut to attach to the vinyl. And this is, like I said, a great gift you can give to someone. You can actually do monograms, you can do their first initial. But hopefully, guys, I've given you a little bit of the sort of adhesive vinyl 101. Through subsequent videos, we're going to go a little more detailed. We're going to do multicolor vinyl, vinyl layering. We'll do stuff on glasses and tiles, and it's going to be exciting stuff. So guys, if you have not already, hit that subscribe button down below. I implore you to do that. It'll notify you when we have new content, and you will never miss any of the cool stuff we're talking about here. Also, please like and share this episode. If you have friends that are starting out in the crafting world, starting out with vinyl cutting and Cricut machines or Silhouette, let them know. We have a lot of great content here. And again, guys, thank you so much for spending some time with me. This is Cindy at Supposably Chic, and make it a good one.